If you are pregnant, drunk, stoned, dirty, smelly, ignorant, or a fucking pain in the ass, come back when you are not." The blonde's friends all started to laugh, but Blondie didn't look amused. She must have either been too drunk or too stupid to take a hint. "Oh, come on. I only had one drink." Her friends all giggled behind her, a couple rolling their eyes, because clearly they'd each had more than one. "Is there a problem, ladies?" Eli turned and watched Novak come out from his stall, trailing behind one of his regular clients. The client took one look at the group standing in front of the shop and laughed. "Good luck with that. See you guys." "Thanks, asshole." Novak chuckled and turned back to Eli. "What's up?" Eli nodded his head in the direction of the group. "Nothing I can't handle. I was just informing them they'd have to make an appointment to come back another day." "Are all the guys who work here fucking hot?" one girl mumbled to the group, which probably came out louder than expected thanks to the alcohol. "Nah," Novak said to the group. "Only the owner." Then the cocky bastard wiggled his eyebrows up and down. "You're the owner?" The blonde had a bit of a bite and condescension in her words. Eli tried to suppress a laugh at the shit show that was about to go down. "Yeah, I am." Novak squared his shoulders, crossing his arms in a firm, no-bullshit stance, practically challenging the girl to say something. The man towered over the rest of them and easily matched Eli's brother, Zachariah, who stood at a freakishly tall 6'5". The girl had to crane her neck to look up at the guy, and yet Eli could tell she wasn't going to back down. "This guy told me I can't get a tattoo. What kind of business turns away customers?" Man, this chick was really stupid. Apparently her friends thought so too. They all let out a collective groan. One pulled on the blonde's arm, to which the blonde responded by yanking her arm away in a huff. Eli turned his head and laughed at Ken's, who was more than willing to come out of hiding to watch. "Where's the popcorn?" She rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Novak looked completely unimpressed. "The kind that doesn't eat business from bored, drunk-off-their-ass college girls with daddy's money," he replied, and the deep timbre of his voice left no question. He was pissed. "I'm not. Come on, Steph, let's go." Her friends seemed to be running out of patience. "Fine. Who needs a tattoo from some creep who stares at your tits anyway?" She looked directly at Eli this time, and fuck if he could hold in a laugh. "Unless you're looking at her," Eli hiked a thumb toward Ken's, "you're barking up the wrong tree." He watched the blonde think about that one before the light dawned in her glassed-over eyes. Then she quickly turned, shoving the door open hard, her friends trailing behind. "What a waste of a sexy-as-fuck body." Ken's shook her head in irritation. Please, she couldn't handle Mackenzie Dawson. Eli smirked, flicking a piece of blue hair that had fallen out of her messy bun and hung by her ear. "Ain't that the fucking truth?" she quipped. Ryder came out of his workspace with a woman following behind him. He reached his arms over his head, stretching out muscles that were sure to be sore after hours of working on the woman's sleeve. He nudged his head toward her as she thanked him and headed toward the door. "Have a good one." Stopping in front of Eli and Novak, he asked, "What did I miss?" "The usual. Bleached blonde bitch vaping too much sunscreen," Ken's told Ryder before heading back to her station. Ryder looked out the window at the group that was now across the street, then sat down on a stool next to the register and pulled out his phone. "You guys want to hit up Jimmy Mac's tonight? I need to get fucking laid." Shocker. The guy didn't have trouble finding a one-off on any given night. He also didn't care if the hole was in a man or a woman. He liked to fuck, and his blend of geek and bad boy caught the attention of both sexes. Hell, even when Eli was hired 2 years ago, he'd taken notice of the guy. Ryder had been with Incubus going on 4 years. He'd upped the geek since Eli started working there, with his blonde hair side-parted and slicked back, and his classic black-framed glasses. Of course, he'd upped the ink, too. "What else is new?" Eli scrubbed a hand over his face.